So yesterday I went for this fluid draining thing that was, meant to alleviate the pressure because I feel like a big water balloon. Like this is the Michelin Man. Like I feel like that. I feel like I'm wearing a fat suit. It's so uncomfortable. And so I it turns out that it wasn't actually the ascites, the cancer fluid that is in like your abdominal cavity. They do an ultrasound and the guy's like, there's nothing for me to really put a needle in. It's very little fluid buildup. This is edema. Like I just basically am carrying all this water weight from just all this stuff. Like my body's not processing everything correctly. And so I feel silly because a week ago, I went to the general practitioner and he gave me this handy little diuretic, but he also said to me at the time, it's probably the fluids and because your heart's fine and your kidneys are good. And also it's probably not, probably the diuretic's probably not going to do much for you. So the thing is that, I have always been averse to pharmaceuticals. Now I'll take capsules and pills. Like I might put, 7 to 20 different, vitamins and herbs and, probiotics and stuff in my body every day. I don't mind swallowing something like that. But pharmaceuticals, if you give me an out, I'm going to take it. In other words, I'm not going to take the pill. So when he said that, I heard this, you don't need this, so don't take it. He said, I'm going to prescribe this. Obviously he was prescribing it. So in case it helps, so I took one and it didn't miracle cure me. I hear how stupid this is. And so I didn't take another one. And here I am a week later suffering when I could have been taking this thing all along and probably not. At least, getting it more under control. So here's what I do know. I was thinking about what I weighed a few months ago at a wellness check, I think in May, and then what I weighed at the pre-op, which would have been just over 2 weeks ago. And what I weighed at the general practitioners a week ago. And then what I weighed at the doctors today. Today I figured, I was like, okay, wait a minute. When I step on the scale today, based on this is how much I would normally weigh. And I can tell from my face and my arms that I've probably lost a couple of pounds in the last week in terms of just like my core weight. So here's the maximum number that the scale should read. And based on what I saw on the scale today, I have at least 17 pounds of water in me, extra fluid in me. And the surgeon today, because I have my surgeon follow up for the incisions and all that, he showed us the visuals of the CT scan. So right after surgery, and then 2 days later when I went to the emergency room, because there was all that bruising and swelling, and I'm like, I don't know what's happening to my body. And he showed, see these areas where it's see how this is fatty tissue and what it looks like, and see how cloudy it is here. And you could see the difference in the size of my body in the scan 2 days. And that's 10 days ago. That's so I went in hoping that they would pop that water balloon and I would just be like, yay, I feel good. Now it's time for chemo to start. So I feel like crap again. Yeah, that's not how it's working. And so I started taking the diuretic again yesterday and again today, and I'm going to take it every single day until I'm no longer 17 extra pounds of water weight. And here's the takeaway. I have to, and I've known this, I've been thinking this for 2 weeks now, but this is just it really, really kind of an exclamation point on this. My whole mentality about pharmaceuticals has to change, right? So so hate that. So hate it. But this is how I stay alive. This is, well, okay, one's cholesterol medicine. That's long term. It helps stay alive, I guess. But that's how I stay alive. This is how I stay comfortable while I'm trying to stay alive. And I need these things. And so my mentality, and this is why it's good to have people who are going to help me, manage what I'm taking and ask me good questions and stuff. It's not optional. If they say it's optional, then I need to understand what that means. But otherwise, it's not optional. Like, if they prescribe it, I should take it. Unless there's like some detrimental risk to that or something. So, I mean, what's the risk of taking a diuretic? You dehydrate. Well, I understand the signs of dehydration. I know what to do about that. So my sister took me to the grocery store today and we bought all kinds of food like kiwi and foods that are high avocado, high in potassium and magnesium, all that kind of stuff for when you're possibly losing like your electrolyte, plus like some liquid IV and stuff. But then also like foods that are good for like diuretic type foods, which is like celery and cucumber, like high water content foods. So I'm like, okay, I'm stocked up. And protein. I have to get more protein because like my liver function is probably why I'm having all this, like why I'm not processing things and whatever. So, okay, now I know, and I'm still a water balloon, and it is what it is. But I also, yesterday, when my sister and I was, just lying in the bed at the hospital, and my sister is there, and I had mentioned to her, I had texted her, I was like, oh, you know what? Let's find out if the oncologist is registered to prescribe THC products, because Georgia's a medical marijuana state. And so I'm laying there, and I'm like, I really want to make sure that she can prescribe miracle marijuana. I'm not even high. I'm not even on pain meds, no anesthesia or anything. I'm just like, and I have multiple times without even meaning to, I've been like, oh, I need to look into miracle marijuana. I'm not sure if that's a good sign or not. But anyway, so that's another thing to add to the list. But I found out today that chemo starts in 2 weeks. I was really hoping it would start next week. So I felt a little disappointed at first, like, oh, can't we please start this next thing? But it is what it is. And I felt upset at first, but then I'm like, there's probably all kinds of reasons why I need that extra week. And losing 17 pounds of water, it would be part of it so that I can feel strong. Maybe as I start to lose this water weight, I could go on walks and start to have a little semblance of a normal existence for a week or so before I start chemo, and just have more time to research and prepare and all of that. So there you go. I'm still a water balloon, but a slightly happier and more knowledgeable one.